Welcome back to Insight. We're at Indiana Physical Therapy with Rachel, and we want to talk about swimming, which, as my understanding, is usually one of the better ways to exercise and not kind of hurt your body.
Yeah, definitely. Swimming is a great overall body strengthening, arms, legs, and then it puts a lot less stress through your joints than any other sports really will. And then the water has a buoyancy effect that will reduce any kind of pressure you have on your joints. So arthritis, pain, anything like that, depending on how deep you are, you can almost get to the point where you're pretty weightless.
Yeah.
So that's really great.
I think I remember my grandmother, doing aqua aerobics or something like that, which was, 20 years ago, pretty radical or whatever, but it made sense at the time. You're hearing that and like, okay, that kind of makes sense.
Definitely.
Can I just go out and swim and is that all I need to do, or do I, just swimming classes help?
Yeah, I mean, there's some kind of organization, some kind of intention is always a good thing. I have a couple exercises I always tell people I like, and you can do it with very minimal equipment, a noodle and a kickboard, or the side of the pool, and marching in the water, or putting the noodle under and kind of jogging in deep water. Treading water is always great too, and keeping it in small bouts so you don't overdo it if you're new to it, and giving yourself a break. But because you can't really, you're sweating, but you're not understanding that you're sweating, so you can overdo it a little easier. And then lap swimming, of course, is one of the best ways if you're experienced enough and confident enough.
When do I know I've overdone it?
When your heart rate is up too far, or you start getting pain in certain areas, in the shoulders and the hips. And it's more than just the sore, I work too hard pain. It's that sharp pain, something's wrong, I hurt something kind of pain.
Does swimming pain present itself differently than if I was working out with free weights or something like that?
Yeah, we tend to get different injuries with swimmers than we will with working out with weights or contact sports. Swimming's not in contact, so you have your own area. You're not supposed to be hitting other people, but so we get more of an overuse injury than we get contact injuries, and that's mostly presents itself in shoulder injuries or hip injuries. It's just usually weakness between the back of your body or the core. So yeah, we will see a little different. It's not, I hurt myself on a specific day. It's like over time, it's gotten worse.
Do you see more of the casual swimmer who, maybe just be out there, weekend, go for a swim, or the high school, maybe competitive swimmer who's going to hurt themselves more likely? More
likely we'll get the high school competitive swimmer just because it is a repetitive injury most of the time, so it does take a lot of repetition. We occasionally will get the recreational swimmer that just overdid it. I mean, they went out and tried to swim miles in the lake and probably shouldn't have. But we deal a lot more, and there's several of us that specialize in swimming. I have a swimming background, several other people did too. So we get a little bit more of the competitive. We have a reputation for working with swimmers and getting them back. So we get more of the competitive swimmer.
So how do you specialize in swimming? Just because you've seen it, or are there certain things that you can instantly go, you know what, here's a great treatment for that?
I have seen it. I swam for 12 years myself, and then a couple of the other therapists did as well. One of my bosses, Dave Kuhn, he worked with the U.S. Olympic team, the swimming team. So it's just, you're more comfortable with that. All of our therapists are generally trained, so they can definitely work with swimmers. But we just know that this is going to be a little bit more apt to have that kind of injury.
And people, again, can come here first.
Yep, they can. They can come here first, either go to the doctor, or they can come here right away, and then we can give them some, shoulder strengthening exercises or core strengthening exercises to help take the strain off.
All right. If you think you've overdone it swimming, or you want to make sure that you don't overdo yourself, while you're swimming, come see Indiana Physical Therapy, or you can check them out on the web, indianapt.com, or you can give them a call at 432-4700. We'll be right back on Insight.